Welcome to the next episode of Destination Discovery. Today, we are going to jump into the world of content in the Discovery Education platform. And so, we're going to look at three main ways as to how information can be accessed and resources can be searched. So, let's jump in. All right. The first way that we can do it is by using the search bar at the top of our Discovery Education platform. So you will be able to see this search bar that is right here, and you can put in keywords. Now, the more specific they are, the more accurate the resources are going to be that you're actually going to find. So let's actually take a look at what one might be. So here's this search bar. And so if I just put in something general like space, I'm going to get a pretty generic span of resources. And so I want to narrow it down just a little bit. So maybe I'm going to actually taper it down to Earth, and I'm going to plug that in. So a couple of things. This is the search platform that it pulls up. And so what you'll notice here is that you can search by subject area. You can also filter for pre-K to 2, grades 3 to 5, 6 to 8, and 9 to 12. You can also select a couple at a time to be able to see the resources. And then with that, you just get a few more so that you can kind of like span the different levels in your classroom. And then of course within this as well, and I'm just going to click those off for a moment, you can also search for videos specifically. So I can switch this so that only videos will show up. I can also search for interactives. So in this interactives, you'll notice that there's actual resources where I can actually pull pieces. I can assign this to students in that classroom that you started up simply by saying assign. You can take it a step further and build an activity with it and integrate a spotlight on strategy. But if you notice, here's the activity. So I get to choose the activity. So if I assign this to students, they're going to be able to pull those pieces where they want to go. So I'm going to, you can see what I'm doing here. So if it doesn't belong, so these are activities that the students can use to help practice processing that information about whatever your cusps might be. And so again, I can assign, which is going to put that into a classroom, or I can build an activity from it. I can also simply share it straight to my Google Classroom. And so we'll do that in another video where I'll break that down a little bit more. And so from here, you can also filter for, you'll notice in that interactives, there'll be virtual labs as well. There's also activities. And so these are all activities that are interactive, that engage students. They can interact directly with the content. They also have a lot of them built around a lot of the spotlight on strategies. So feel free to take a look at some of those as well. Channels, these are kind of like big spotlights on information. So there's the Earth channel. And if I jump into a channel just to see what that looks like, they're also going to have a few filters where you can filter according to grade level. So K to 5, 6 to 8, and 9 to 12. They will have instructional activities on them. They will have some of Discovery Education's favorite picks, so their staff picks. There will also be little video segments, full videos, and images. And then if they have virtual field trips or anything more like that, they'll also have those on this page as well. And so if you choose, if you would like to save that channel, of course, as I can show you right now, you can add to my channels. What this bookmark does is it actually saves it into your Discovery Education homepage in your My Channel. So here's my Channels, and now you'll see that Earth is here. If I don't want one, I can just simply remove it. Now, that's using the search function. I'm just going to go back and put in Earth one more time just so we can see what we get. The last bits that you can filter are for images. There's also text, so you actually have some PDF passages that might be there. There might also be activity sheets in here that you can also use to help build a lesson around. There's also audio clips that will be built into here as well, so you can, here's the audio component that describes the Earth's location in the universe. So those are some of the filters that you can use in this space. Now, on the left-hand side, you'll notice that you can actually filter for topic, type, and some of these change as well as you go along. You'll notice that they're just starting to put some French resources in here. They do have a lot of Spanish because, of course, it is American. And so there is a lot of Spanish resources that are available. And then, of course, like time frames, copyright. So if you're looking for something relatively new, also you can see that there's a scan. You can filter for reading levels and Lexile scores as well. So just to help differentiate a little bit of the reading levels that you might come across. So this is how we search for content in the Discovery Education platform. So pretty simple. We can just use that search bar and access it that way. So that's our tutorial for today. Thank you for joining us in our Destination Discovery series.